In the vast Pacific, Iwo Jima, a tiny volcanic island, sat between the Marianas and Japan. Its black sulfurous sands were inhospitable, but its location made it invaluable in World War II. For Americans, it was a launch pad for bombing raids and a sanctuary for airmen. For Japan, it was a vital outpost and shield for the homeland. The stage was set for a brutal confrontation. The fate of thousands would be decided on Iwo Jima's black sands. Defending Iwo Jima was General Tadamichi Kurabayashi, a commander who understood America's power. He rejected suicidal beach defenses, knowing they'd be obliterated by American firepower. Instead, he ordered his men to dig, creating a vast network of tunnels and bunkers deep beneath the island. Over 11 miles of tunnels connected hidden strongpoints, making the island itself a weapon. Kurabayashi's men would fight from underground, emerging to strike and then vanish. There would be no banzai charges. Every soldier was to fight to the death from his post. The goal inflicts such heavy casualties that America would hesitate to invade Japan itself. The Americans, unaware of the underground fortress, planned a massive bombardment, expecting a quick victory. They underestimated Kurabayashi's ingenuity and the resolve of his garrison. The Japanese defenders were ready to turn Iwo Jima into a graveyard for invaders. Kurabayashi's orders were clear: no retreat, no surrender. The Americans would face a defense unlike any they had seen in the Pacific. The island was now a fortress, its defenders determined to make every inch costly. The coming battle would be a test of endurance, strategy, and willpower. Kurabayashi's plan would force the Americans into a deadly war of attrition. The fate of Iwo Jima would be decided underground, in darkness and fire. The Americans were about to walk into a trap. The island was ready for war. The defenders waited in silence. On February 19, 1945, the American invasion began with a thunderous bombardment. Marines landed on Iwo Jima's beaches expecting little resistance. The volcanic ash bogged them down, leaving them exposed. Suddenly, hidden Japanese guns erupted. Kurabayashi's trap was sprung. The beaches became a killing ground. Marines fell in waves under relentless fire. The pre-invasion shelling had barely scratched the underground defenses. The Americans fought desperately to gain a foothold. Their first major objective, Mount Suribachi, a volcanic fortress dominating the island. For 4 days, Marines battled up its slopes, clearing caves and bunkers in brutal close combat. On February 23, a small patrol reached the summit and raised the American flag. The sight inspired hope amid the carnage, but the battle was far from over. The flag on Suribachi became a symbol, but the main Japanese defenses still lay ahead. The worst fighting was yet to come. The Marines faced a determined enemy, hidden and deadly. Every advance was paid for in blood. The island's black sand became a grave for thousands. The struggle for Iwo Jima was only beginning. The cost would be staggering. The courage of the Marines would be tested to the limit. The defenders showed no sign of surrender. The battle raged on, inch by inch. Iwo Jima was a nightmare come to life. The world watched as the island became a symbol of sacrifice. With Suribachi taken, the Marines pushed north into the heart of Kurabayashi's defenses. The terrain was a maze of ridges, caves, and bunkers, the infamous meat grinder. Progress was agonizingly slow, measured in yards. Japanese defenders struck from hidden positions, using tunnels to appear behind American lines. Surrender was rare. Every position had to be destroyed in brutal close combat. The psychological toll was immense. Constant danger, exhaustion, and loss. Key strongpoints like Turkey Knob and Hill 382 became scenes of legendary ferocity. Tanks, artillery, and air support helped, but victory depended on riflemen clearing each bunker. Supplies for the Japanese dwindled, but their resistance never wavered. By mid-March, after a month of relentless fighting, the Marines finally broke through. The cost was horrific, thousands dead and wounded. The island was a shattered wasteland. The battle had changed everyone who fought there. The meat grinder chewed up men and machines alike. The Marines endured unimaginable hardship. The Japanese fought to the last as ordered. The price of victory was almost too high to bear. Iwo Jima was won, but at a terrible cost. The island's black sands bore silent witness to the sacrifice. Hours after the first flag was raised on Suribachi, a second, larger flag went up. Photographer Joe Rosenthal captured the moment, an image that became the most iconic of the war. The photo symbolized hope, unity, and sacrifice, inspiring a weary nation. It fueled a massive war bond drive and became a national icon. But behind the image was tragedy. 3 of the 6 flag raisers died in the battle. The photo's fame brought controversy and confusion over the men's identities. The flag raising was a fleeting moment of triumph in a sea of suffering. The image became a symbol, but the reality was far more complex. The cost of that hope was paid in blood. Iwo Jima's legacy would be forever tied to that photograph. The true story was one of courage and loss. After 36 days, Iwo Jima was declared secure. Over 26,000 American casualties, nearly 7,000 dead, made it the costliest marine battle of the Pacific. Japanese losses were even higher. Almost all 21,000 defenders perished. Kurabayashi's defense inflicted terrible losses, fulfilling his grim objective. Supporters argued the island's airfields saved thousands of bomber crews, justifying the sacrifice. Critics say the strategic value was overstated and the battle could have been avoided. The debate endures. Was Iwo Jima worth the price? The island became a symbol of both valor and tragedy. The true cost was measured in lives lost and futures changed. Iwo Jima remains a lesson in the brutal calculus of war. The sacrifice of both sides echoes through history. The island's legacy is one of courage, controversy, and loss. The question of was it worth it may never be fully answered. After the war, Iwo Jima became a U.S. base, its scars a reminder of the battle's horror. In 1968, the island was returned to Japan, now called Iwo-to. It remains a restricted, sacred ground, a war grave for thousands. Each year, American and Japanese veterans gather for the reunion of honor, standing together as former enemies turned friends. The ceremony is a powerful symbol of reconciliation and healing. Iwo Jima's legacy is twofold, a testament to sacrifice and a bridge between nations. The island's black sands, once a symbol of division, now witness peace. The battle's memory endures, shaping how we remember war and its cost. Iwo Jima stands as a warning and a hope. Even the deepest wounds can heal. The island's story is one of pain, courage, and ultimately forgiveness. The legacy of Iwo Jima belongs to all who seek peace after war. Its black sands remind us of the price of conflict and the power of reconciliation.